In this video, I'm going to be showing you the silver bullet strategy that works with me every single day. And I'm going to be breaking down my exact secret strategy, okay? And I'm going to be giving you the method of passing all those platform accounts that you still haven't passed or you failed probably, okay? And also you'll be getting a checklist plus an indicator for my specific strategy. So let's get straight into the demonstration. So now that we're on the actual charts, I'm going to be showing you on a fundamental level how the strategy actually works before showing you on the actual charts right here. Okay, so what we need to do first of all is very crucial. We need to make sure that we wait for Asian session to actually finish before we actually do enter anything. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to be drawing the Asian session right now. So let's say this is Asian session this whole way. Okay, so let's say this whole thing is Asian session. Let me just move it up there. Right, so as you can see, now that we have Asian session, which is right here, what we need to do next is very important, but we need to keep a track of these things. So let me just write down this actual checklist for you guys. So the time that we're going to be trading in is going to be actually 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so that's going to be what we're actually doing right now. So on the 5-minute time frame, 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. on a 5-minute time frame, right? And it's going to be the London session trading. So if you're actually at New York, you need to turn this down into London and make sure that you do trade within the right times, because I need you to enter this trade, right? So as soon as we do that, what we need to do next is very crucial. You need to mark out Asian sessions highs and lows of liquidity. So let's say this is the liquidity point that right here, this is where our time starts, 7 a.m. We need to mark out the highest point of Asian session and the lowest point. Okay, so as you can see, there's a bit of liquidity that's been swept, and that's exactly what we needed to mark out. So after the time, what we need to do here is liquidity, right? So you need to mark out Asian highs slash lows, right? So you need to mark out Asian sessions highs and Asian sessions lows. So as soon as you actually do that, what you need to do next is figure out which part of price actually gets liquidated first. Is it the highs or is it the lows? So let's say price actually gave us a price action like this, and it went down and then it went back up, breaking through Asian sessions highs. This would be our liquidity sweepage right here. So as soon as we get a liquidity sweep, what we need to do from here on out is move on to the next confluence that we're actually looking for. So as soon as we get a liquidity sweep, what we're looking for now is the market structure shift, which will be a breakage of structure, right? That's going to be a breakage of structure, which we will actually be using towards actually getting our market structure shift, getting our fair value gap, and then entering the trade, right? So all we're looking for is an action which is like this, which breaks on itself, and market actually gives us that very sweetly in the actual charts when I show you when I do show you later. But we need a price action like this, and then we're going to be able to actually place our line through this. Okay, as soon as we place our line through this, we're going to be marking this out as our market structure shift. And now all that's left to do is finding our fair value gap, right? So the fair value gap, the FVG, the big and all. We need to find an efficiency within our trading, and as soon as we find the fair value gap, we need to overlap with market structure shift. And if we do overlap this with the market structure shift, we're going to have such a high win rate on this actual trade setup, right? As soon as we do overlap it, as you can see, it's overlapped right there because it's on top of it. If I do show you from this way, there you go. As you can see, it's overlapped with it, and this would be our fair value gap. And as soon as we get the fair value gap, all we've got to do from here on out is literally enter our trade. Last thing to do is execute, right? So we're going to be executing the trade, placing a stop loss and placing the take profits, right? So what we're going to be doing right here, okay, in the short position, placing a sell limit right there on the highlighted area, and I'm going to be placing my stop loss just around this area of liquidity and placing my take profit as a 1-to-3 use to gold ratio. And as you can see, it clearly aligns with Asian sessions lows, which we actually will be using because price will go down to actually fill and liquidate that area. But for any of my serious traders who are actually looking to pass the accounts that they're sitting on for weeks and weeks, you need to join my EMS Pass right now, because at EMS Pass, this is what we do. We pass your account and make sure you get a payout before you actually give us money for the service, right? So it's a completely free service, but there are actually limited spaces, which is the only thing that's running out. Okay, if you work a 9 to 5 and you've already failed over 2 platform challenges challenges and you still want to make money within trading, look, I can make you passive money within trading, because me and my team will completely pass your account and completely get your payout within 21 days after that. You have no stress on your side. All you've got to do is actually click the first link in the description and join as fast as possible, because there's lots and lots of people actually messaging me wanting to get in on this as well. So make sure you go and do that. But anyway, I'm going to play this forward now. All you're going to be seeing is price actually go back into this area, bounce off of it, go down, and then completely smash our take profit, because this is how price will actually run once you actually trade in the strategy, because it's so good. Enough talking on the fundamental level, let's actually get to the real level. So as you can see, this is our little area section of the charts that I'm going to use, and I figured out if I don't actually replay price for you guys, then it's even better, because you can see everything happening at the same time, which is very good, whether you're learning and you're new within trading, right? So this is the Asian session right here, which is the blue highlighted area. I have a very good indicator that I'm going to pin down below in the comments, so make sure you do actually go check the comments for the indicator name. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing now is actually marking out my highest point and lowest point of Asian sessions. As you can see, this is the highest point right here. We're going to be marking out highest point, and we're going to be marking out the lowest point, which will be anywhere around this area of liquidity. So right here, and as you can see, it's easily been taken out right there, which is going to be our liquidity area right there. So as soon as we do get a liquidity area, what I need to do from here on out is it's very simple. So as you can see, it's been right here. You need to now find the breakage of structure, and then we overlap it, the fair value gap, the market structure shift, and then we execute, right? So all I need to do now is find a breakage of structure towards the upside, right? So now, as you can see, price is going. As you can see, we've got a very good candle right here, but something very like weird and is happening right now. Okay, it's a fractional high that's actually been taken out, and most of you guys don't actually know what a fractional high is, which is why I'm going to teach you right now. So a fractional high is a 3 candle pattern that actually goes like this. As you can see, let's say this is candle number 1, and this is candle number 2, and this is candle number 3, right? As you can see, we've got 3 candles right there, and let's say each of these candles actually had wicks just like this, right? So let's say it had wicks just like this. All the candles had wicks, right? And as soon as you see something like this, which one would you say is actually the fractional high, right? Would you say the first one is a fractional high, the second one is a fractional high, or the third one is? In fact, none of these are a fractional high, because we cannot see any more candles like this, right? Fractional high is a 3 candle pattern where the one in the middle is the one that's the highest, and the fractional low is a 3 candle pattern where the one in the middle is actually the lowest. So you can say that this candle in the middle right here is the fractional low, but you can't say it's the fractional high, because price above here actually overlapped the candle in the middle, but below here no other candle and wick is actually below it, which is why this is our fractional low. So as you can see, this is an easy fix, where if price was like this and the wicks were something like this, this would be actually our fractional high right now. So this would actually be a very valid fractional high, right? So that's exactly how you actually figure out what a fractional high is, and like I've just done there. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna remove that now, and all you can see right here is this candle right here getting actually swept by this one. As you can see, this is a fractional high because the candle before it and the candle after it did not go above it. So this is going to be our market structure shift, and that's how you really precisely identify market structure shift, by the way. As soon as we do that, all you've got to do is actually mark out our fair value gap, which would be right here. As you can see, if I just stretch this out, as you can see, that's our fair value gap. And then once we do get the fair value gap, let me just mark this out, fair value gap. And once we do get a fair value gap, all we've got to do is actually place our long position right there. As soon as we would have got the fair value gap, place the long position, place your stop loss just below the first candle of the FEG or at this rejection area, and place our take profit as 1 to 3 risk reward ratios. As you can see, it would have easily hit the 1 to 3 and completely gave us that trade, but we could have easily aimed for a 1 to 6 risk reward ratio trade and completely smash take profit. So this is exactly how you actually use the strategy within the actual charts. I'm going to be giving you way more examples on how to use it on New York, because yes, you can actually use it on New York, and London session is very good to actually use it on as well. But listen, if you guys actually want to fast track your trading, make sure you click the first link in the description and join, because it's completely free. I do not need to take anything from you, but I will help you get the account. I will pass it for you and I'll manage it for you, and we split the profits at the end. But listen, that's going to be M's trades for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.